Hey guys, we're going to be going to Behemoth, and because I'm a little bit low on time, I'm going to be just copying someone else's idea. I don't usually do this, but I'm so late to the fight. A lot of people have already put out videos. I'm late to the party because of the hurricane, so I'm just going to copy someone's idea because it's already a great idea, and I'm just going to copy it. So full credit to Joe Mark. I'm using his video as my own personal guide. I'll link his video in the comments. You can see where I got the idea. I'm following it mostly point for point. So here's the team. We'll go ahead and get into it, and then I'll show my team, my gear, and explain in detail what's going on after the clear. I want to get a damage cap first. Alright, so we're going to do this in this order. Make sure you do it in the order I'm doing it. Yigni is going to start off with Fruits of Research, Vitality Fountain, Gemini Enhancement, and Advanced Spell Fire. Alright, so we're going to start by casting, and then during his cast, we're going to change target to Louise, who is 100% evasion. Alright, now Louise is going to, in this order, Incapacitate, Firestarter, Diverse Arsenal, and Ionic Fire Blaster. And same thing, we're going to start her, and then during her cast, we're going to change target to herself. And then she's going to, there we go, perfect. And then we don't want to hit the boss with fire damage on turn 1 because that would ruin the whole plan. Terra is going to Rallying Cry. Aerith is going to double cast Wish to Save the Planet and Ardent Prayer. Shadow Lord is going to True Spell Wall for this 90% magic mitt. And then we're going to shift and have Beatrix do cover and 85% general mitt. So we have huge mitigation up right now, plus breaks from Yigni. So the boss should deal like single-digit damage to Beatrix. The rest are using 50% evasion plus negative 50% accuracy, which gives us full immunity to the boss. Alright, so we're going to shift Terra and kill on turn 2. We're going to Chaotic Inferno. Let's go ahead and shift Yigni. Shift Louise. I'm doing all my shifting first because if you don't, the game glitches out. Aerith is going to LB. We're going to shift Shadow Lord. And we're going to shift Beatrix back to the base form. Alright, so Beatrix and Shadow Lord are going to multi-element chain Flood from Espers. Aerith is going to LB, Terra is going to LB. Yigni is going to quintuple cast 4 times Soul Projection and then Seal of Doom. And then Louise is going to quad 3 times Disarming and then Neutralizing. So we're going to send Aerith first, then we're going to send everyone else after Aerith's LB buffs have gone up. So let's go. And this should be a 128-point chain. Fingers crossed that the Seal of Doom doesn't break it. Okay, it looks good here. Okay, we're looking for that 10 billion damage score. Perfect score, 10 billion. Come on. 9.7. So close. All right. I'm going to run that again because I think that is just within variance. That is just variance right there. Let's go ahead and see a damage report real quick before I jump into it. Oh, Terra did horrible that turn. That is pure variance. We're going to run that again. I will be right back. Alright guys, I've run the fight again. We're going to do the exact same thing we just did and hope to get a better variance roll because variance is the worst part of this game and I wish they would just remove it because it is not cool in this kind of content. Alright, it's actually 3 times Disarming and a Neutralizing, and we are going to hope for the best here as we get a going. And alright, come on. 10.4, variance did it. Okay, so yes. Okay, so let me go ahead and explain the team, and again, credit to Joe Mark. I'm just don't have a ton of time this week. So super happy that I could just copy someone else's clear. Normally I come in, I'll show the damage report. Normally I, get all this planned out in advance and I'm on day 1, I'm the one putting out a lot of videos, me and a lot of other players. It's not just me by any means. Lots of players putting them out on day 1, including myself. So I don't really copy anyone else, but when I'm this late to the party, I just copied someone else's homework and it worked great. Great clear. That did rely on variance, as you saw. I think that was my 3rd run. to get a good variance roll. And here is the damage report. Pretty good. Terra had that big old variance swing. I think that was like a 700,000 or 700 million damage difference. Like, geez, Terra, calm down. Anyway, we got we only lost 14 points for damage received, which is fine for me. I mean, you can't perfect score with this Dark Visions anyway, or at least I can't. So that's losing 14 points on damage received is totally fine in my book. That brings me up to rank 144. I am still going to be working on Chaotic Darkness to improve my score there. But anyway, here is the team I did here. And this is the team. So we are using Louise's Magnus, which has a negative 50% accuracy debuff. And because of the changes to evasion and accuracy in a patch kind of recently, it has been changed from being different checks to a single additive check. So 50% accuracy plus 50% evasion equals immunity to physical. So the whole team, except for Louise, only needed 50% evasion. Beatrix and Shadow Lord are dual wielding on Flood Espers. We're going to get to them in a minute. I'm just pointing out the important Espers here. And then the rest are for just killers. Okay, so Beatrix in the base form is multi-element chaining with dual wield. We've got Lion Saber for wind and earth. We've got a dark weapon, and we've got Behemoth suit, because this gives beast mitigation, which helps take less damage, minimal damage taken score, and that's all that matters there. Shift form, pure spirit and evasion. 50% evasion is all you need. So 50 evasion, the other 50 comes from Louise. And then here's the gears, all the spirit possible. We've got dodge roll, sea dragon, phantom force for the king for the Esper stats. Just all in for spirit, so the least amount of damage taken. She covers, mitigates, and chains flood on turn 2. Base form, Shadow Lord is using an auto amplify item, evasion. Just full evasion is all that really matters. He does the 90% magic mitigation with his true spell wall. 95% magic mitigation, which allows Beatrix to, as you saw, take single digit damage. So you lose basically nothing for damage taken. You lose a tiny amount from the non-elemental damage. So 50% evasion in the base form. Shift form is, again, chaining multi-element, water from the Flood Esper, wind and earth, and dark. If you don't have Lion Sabers, just, add as many elements as you can. And I, quote-unquote, geared him for damage. You saw the report. He did basically irrelevant damage. But, I mean, I try-harded this. So he is in the shift form geared for all-in damage. But, I mean, he did, what? I think 100,000 damage. It's irrelevant. But every little drop helps when you're fighting that variance. Base form, Aerith, we didn't even use it. Shift form, 50% evasion. And then LB damage versus Beast and Demons. So we've got 50 evasion, maxed LB damage, max demon killer, no beast killer. I'm sorry, that was physical. She uses magic killers. 275 demon and no beast killer. And we're using a rod. Make sure you stick to rods or guns, but she can't use guns. So for her, it's a rod. So Chronicle LB rod, 25 evasion from the Luci, and then 30% evasion from Fallen Moon. That also gets LB damage. That's a really good item. If you don't have that, just do the best you can. Chain cap increase, double hand. A magical card. So 5,500 magic, and I already showed you the stats. Yeah, she did her LB, and I think she did 600 million, so it contributed. We were actually only at 10.4 billion, so we needed her 600 million to push us over, and it helps. Every little bit helps. So there we go. And then the real damage dealers. Louise is actually kind of not really a real damage dealer. She needs 100% evasion, because we're using her as our target unit, and we're not using D accuracy on our own team, obviously. So she needs 100. She needs 100 evasion, which is very easy. She has 50 naturally, so just two evasion accessories, and we're done. Boom. Shift form, don't need any evasion. Fire, her double upgraded Chronicle, just all in for killers against Demon and Beast. Magical, as usual, she gears for killers extraordinarily easily. So 56, 55 magic, and maxed everything. Maxed 300. She uses physical killers. So maxed Beast and maxed Demon. And then there it was. She chained, quad casted Chaos Wave Awakened, and she also did her own Gun in Peril. And then in the base form, she did the Field, the 90% Spirit Break, the 135 Fire in Peril, the AoE 50% Killer to Beast and Demon for the party, and she amplified. Actually, Aerith's amplify was better. She did a little bit of LB fill for Terra. Yigni in the base form, make sure you give him, if you have it. If you don't have it, you do what you can. Give him an auto amplify item for dark. We're using a little bit of dark damage on the last turn, and we're not amplifying dark. So a little bit of dark amplify is a big help. It's only 5% more damage, but every little bit helps. Because it's dual element. Anyway, 50% evasion in the base form, and that's really all that matters, 50% evasion. He did the modifier boost for the party. He also did he did the magic break on the boss to make Beatrix take less damage. And other than that, he just did a whole bunch of damage of his own. He was half the damage of the party. Shift form, double rod for the Imperil. We don't need any evasion or anything, so full damage against... He uses physical killers as well, so Beast and Demon Killer. 225 Beast, 300 Demon. You might be noticing I'm not using his TMR or STMR. That's because his Vision card will activate his Trust passive. It's a recent change, I'm told. But yeah, he does need his Trust passive turned on. And his Vision card allows you to go double rod and all in for killers. So equip his Vision card. That way you turn on his Trust passive, and you can give all 4 materia slots for killers. We've got 100 Demon from Force, 100 Demon from Crucifying, 100 Beast from Valued Memories, and then 75 Demon from 2 Parts, 1 Whole, and then 25 Demon from Ravenheart. Yeah, so there we go. And he's at 4,700 Magic, 225 Beast, 300 Demon, and he did large damage. Yigni is pretty good. I'm glad I chased him, honestly. He was expensive, but I think it was kind of worth it. And then Terra in the base form, 50% evasion. Now she needs to get her LB filled by turn 2. Now we did this guaranteed, no RNG at all, with this setup. She's got 8 crystals from Call of the Wild, 7 crystals from Paintbrush, that's 15, 1 from Advanced Weaponry, that's 16, 5 from Lion Emblem on turn 1, that is 17, 12 more from 12 Auto Limit, that is 29. I'm doing this math wrong. Should have been more. 15 plus 12. I am doing this math wrong. Okay, so Call of the Wild in the brush is 15, plus 5 from Lion Emblem, plus 12 from Auto Limit is 32. Yeah, so she's only 4 crystals short, and Louise's Ionic Blaster does 5 to 10 AoE. So there we go. Guaranteed LB on turn 2 with no drops whatsoever. We didn't even hit the boss. We didn't even get drops. So yeah, guaranteed on turn 2. So 12 Auto Limit, 50% evasion, Dragon's Brush, Call of the Wild, Lion Emblem, and there we go. Shift form, Chronicle plus a rod. Again, very important. We're using rods for the Imperils. So rod plus our Chronicle. Other than that, all in for Esper Evoke, 5,500 Magic. The usual Terra build. She's a lot better now that we got her Chronicle. Maxed LB damage, maxed Evo, 270 Esper, and she did the other half of the damage, or 45% of the damage. And that was our 99.9% perfect clear of Behemoth on turn 2. And again, credit to Joe Mark. You saved me lots and lots of time researching and figuring it out for myself. Maybe from now on, I should just wait a week and copy someone else from now on. I'm kidding. I actually do enjoy figuring these out on my own. When I have time to sit down and casually spend time figuring out bosses and coming up with my own strategy. But because I've only got like 2 or 3 days remaining, I just, copy someone else's homework. Okay, so I will now begin working on Chaotic Darkness to improve my score there. See you soon.